Hey there, modern players. Welcome. So, we're going to run this deck through a league. This is Goryo Breach version 2.0, and this is what we're playing. So, we're going the bare minimum of 20 lands. I'm curious to see if this is going to be consistent enough with just 20 lands, or if we're going to need to up it. It's tough to find room to play all the cards that I want to run. So, 20 lands. Within those 20 lands, we're running 4 fetch lands and 3 total surveil lands. So we've got a commercial district, a raucous theater, and a single copy of underground mortuary. We're running 1 gemstone cavern main with an additional one on the sideboard. And then, of course, we've got the Uggin's Labyrinths. Pretty straightforward mana base. We've got 3 different shock lands. We've got 1 Stomping Ground, 1 Blood Crypt, and 1 Overgrown Tomb. And then basically we're just trying to shore up what we're doing with discards. So a 4 Thoughtseize, 3 Inquisition, with a 4th Inquisition on the board. And then we're just Faithless Looting, Goryo's Vengeance, Malevolent Rumble, Talisman. Running 3 copies of this Yggdrasil Rebirth Engine, and 3 copies of Through the Breach with a 4th on the board. And then our 11 creatures. So very straightforward deck. And our sideboard is pretty simple as well. So for little graveyard hate, we're going with 2 Ghost Vacuum, a Spell Bomb, and Emperor Bones is also kind of graveyard hate. It's also really good in our deck. So interesting card to board in. The 4th Inquisition, 4th Through the Breach. This is for anti-graveyard cards. We just board that in. 3 Pyroclasm, 4 Abrupt Decay, and we're going to run a Boseiju who shelters all on the board, as well as the 2nd Gemstone Cavern. So very simple deck. I do have one other modern deck that I'm excited to run through a league, so we'll try that one next, but let's give this a whirl. I'll see you in round 1. Okay, welcome to round 1. We won the die roll, and we have no lands. We'll take a mulligan, and we mulligan into a 1-lander. I could almost keep this if I had a way to imprint Uggin's Labyrinth, because I've got Talisman. But since we can't imprint Uggin's Labyrinth, this is definitely going to be a mulligan hand. So not off to a good start. Double mulligan. Okay, we're going to keep this one. So we're going to have to put 2 cards back. And I guess we're going to put back Swamp and Emrakul. The Aeon's Torn, I think. Always sucks to go down to 5. I could put back Thoughtseize and keep 3 lines. I guess since we're completely in the dark, we don't know what we're up against. Thoughtseize is going to be good against every deck, though. So, yep, I think I'm going to bottom Swamp. Okay, we're not going to lead on Thoughtseize, we're going to lead on Surveil. That's pretty funny. Okay, we don't want to draw that card. Very awkward. Cat's a little bit out of the bag as to what we're on. Sleeper Agent. Wow, that's very interesting. haven't seen the Sleeper Agent in a good long while. Didn't even realize that this card is actually still in Modern. So this is a little bit interesting. We could Thoughtseize ourselves and put Ulamog in the graveyard. Which could then be Vengeanced, or then we could also play, possibly if we draw a land, we could play the Yggdrasil, exiling Ulamog. I think we're going to go ahead and Thoughtseize our opponent here. Necro Dominance, interesting. And I do not know what this Iridescent Vine Slasher does. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this deals 1 damage to target opponent. Well, I guess we could just take a Lightning Bolt because we can keep beating down with the Sleeper Agent. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Gaunty's Machinations. That's a really interesting card. I've never seen this card before. And unfortunately our hand does nothing. I think 20 lands might be a little bit too sketchy. We'll see. We're almost dead. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. We'll fire that off. We'll take the Labyrinth. We might die. It's gonna be interesting. I guess his hand is Necro Dominance and an unknown. It's gonna be close. We might die. Okay, let's go ahead and play this engine. Such a gambly card. I love it. Okay, depending on what this exiles, it might give us the victory. We'll see. Close game. Can't attack because this is 6-7 damage right there, and we're actually taking 2 during upkeep from Sleeper Agent. So, oof, with the fetch land, it's a really interesting deck. Looks like we're going to go down to this deck game 1. Okay, curious what our top 3 was. Okay, we were not going to hit off of that. Okay, sideboard time. Thoughtseize can come out, as can Inquisition actually. Could leave Inquisition in, but all right. get an Emperor Bones through the breach. All 4 Abrupt Decay. And I suppose I can leave in an Inquisition. Pyroclasm is decent. Maybe I bring in a Pyroclasm. And actually, maybe I bring 2 Pyroclasm instead of having a 4th through the breach. Okay. Gonna run it like this. Good luck, us. Maybe I don't need 4 Abrupt Decay and 2 Pyroclasm. Last minute switcheroo. I am gonna run all 4 through the breach. It feels like Abrupt Decay is probably gonna just be a better card than Pyroclasm. So let's do this. On to game 2. Okay. We don't have any access to green mana, but I think... Yeah, I can't keep this. If we had a way to imprint Labyrinth so I could play this on turn 2, it would be more tantalizing, but let's take a mulligan. Okay, I'm going to keep this, although it's kind of tenuous hand. Ship an Emrakul. Okay, we're going to do the end of turn Surveil. Let's grab Commercial District, I think. Do I want to drop Pyroclasm? Probably. Okay, I'm just going to do another Surveil and see if I can get any food for the Emperor of Bones. Begins Labyrinth, we will mill. Okay, cool. This Pyroclasm is going to be really important card here. The Iridescent Vine Slasher. Okay, we're going to really cash in on this Pyroclasm. We might want to bring in another one for the next game here, assuming we can win this game. Let's go ahead and fire this off, I think. Guess I could also imprint Emrakul and play Emperor Bones. Let's do that. That's so much damage. Putting your SW and pay any amount of life if you do draw that many cards. Maximum hand size is 5. Just gonna have to discard 2 cards. I guess they just enter the exile zone, huh? Oh, if a card or token was put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Alright. Well, we get to Abrupt Decay that. That's kind of nice. And I really just need to find a way to get Ulamog into the graveyard now. The lag monster has got us once again. Is there anything more annoying in life than lag? Okay, there we go. Still lagging. And I didn't used to lag on Magic Online. I'm not sure what's changed. If we draw a Through the Breach, we have a Annihilator 15. Bump in the night. Very creative deck. Wither Bloom Command. Okay. Guess we'll get in with this lifelinker. Not sure what one life gain is going to do us, but opponent's at 2. Just gonna hold the stomping ground in case we draw a faithless looting, I think. And are we going to a game 3? Soul Spike. Wow, that's very spicy. What a cool deck. Flashback Bump in the Night. He's hellbent. We're dead to a... Oh, I guess we're at 6. Okay, that's a welcome card. Malevolent Rumble. Well, having a talisman in hand doesn't do much, so I guess I'll take Emrakul. At 3 life, this card does not do much. Okay, awesome. Faithless Looting, what do you find us? Perfect. That should get the job done. Going on to a game 3 here. Of course, we're lagging at the end. Oh, this lag is intolerable. I gotta find out what the matter is. I never used to lag on Magic. This is a recent thing. Oh, Leyline of the Void is on the battlefield. That's what's going on. Whoops. I didn't even realize that was on the battlefield. What's wrong with me? Is Emperor of the Bones gonna do it? I guess not. We'll have to play at the end of his turn. And then we can also adapt and get him. The Island of the Void is a problem. Oh, what am I doing? Goryo's Vengeance can't get Emperor of the Bones. It has to be a legend. Oh, does that win us the game right now? I think it does. Very close. Oh, we have to spend 4 mana. Alright, it's amateur hour here. We could die. He just needs like bump of the night, flashback, bump of the night. Okay, narrowly we got there. For game 3, okay. Replicate doesn't actually destroy Leyline of the Void, which is really awkward. We are going second, so I'm going to bring in the other Gemstone Cavern. Hard to know what to board out here. I think maybe I board out a little bit of this graveyard stuff. Try to play around Leyline of the Void. I still like Emperor Bones because you can exile Bump of the Night. Okay, we're gonna run it like this. Game 3. Okay, we're gonna keep this, although it's kind of a mediocre hand. Alrighty then. Can Abrupt Decay just play that and then save it in case he plays the enchantment where he gets to draw a bunch of cards? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Very dangerous deck. It's able to deploy so much damage so quick. Super cool, super creative. Never seen this deck before. Okay, I guess I'm gonna let that hit me. I could also get rid of the machinations. Let's think about this for a sec. Okay, so that would be, that's gonna deal 2 to me. So I guess if I wanted to store the machinations, I'd have to put the getting an energy onto the stack. Okay, well since he's not going to be playing the other enchantment this turn, I think I'm going to play Abrupt Decay on his guy. Wow, he's very close to being dead here. In fact, if I were to just draw, I guess I don't have anything currently in exile. Okay, I'm gonna take a point to loot because I might draw another Abrupt Decay. One, two, three, 4, 5. Oof. I feel like our life total is way more tenuous than it should be at 12, but let's see what happens here. It's gonna blow up my artifact, okay. So we can just rip something right here to play through the breach with, which would be the best draw. It's going to be close. I think we probably have him next turn. So let's see if we get a next turn. We might not. Going to 7. We're essentially at 4 because of this machinations. A soul spike would kill us. Let's see what we hit off of this. Oh, that was absolutely bonkers. Okay. Alright, well that's going to have Annihilator 15. It's going to be game over once he destroys this during my upkeep. But I think there's no reason to not return this to my hand. Because even if he does destroy this, this will still be an exile, and then we've still got Annihilator 15 with Through the Breach. Okay, we're at 7. We died to Soul Spike Gaunty, but it seems like if he had that, he would have already done it. Oh, I guess if I do this, and he has Witherbloom command, he could destroy this before that activated. I'm not sure how that works, so I'm just going to play Through the Breach instead. Wow, so close. Terrifying matchup. But we got there in the end. Okay, that was really fun. Deck was a success. I still feel like it's pretty light on the mana resources, so gonna have to make some tweaks probably, but we'll see you in round 2. Okay, we're gonna keep this because we've got a good hand. Faithless Looting, Goryo's Vengeance, Emrakul. We're gonna need a Kind Scry. Oh, that's an interesting card. Another Goryo's Vengeance on top. Interesting. Well, let's bin that, I think. I actually have him dead next turn. So maybe I keep it in hand because I don't want him to know about that card. Playing against Spiggy Smalls, who looks like he's on the... We'll see what deck this is, but it looks like maybe the green-black deck. The Court of Calling, Green Sun Zenith combo deck. He's got to play a discard spell right here or lose. The turn to kill. Do we have the turn to kill? I guess we actually don't, because we need both black and red mana. If we draw a talisman, no. Still be 1 mana shy. Okay, let's see if he's got any graveyard hate main board. Or if he's able to combo us right now. I'd be impressed if he could combo us right now. Okay. Looks like we've not a turn 2 win, but a turn 3 win. We've got to figure out how we're going to sideboard here. Annihilator, 15, 22 power, coming at you. Gotta figure out our talisman situation too, because I'm just running 4 red-black, but maybe I want to mix. Okay, this is a graveyard deck, base deck. I'm gonna board out some of my discard, possibly all of it. Let's just see what it looks like if I board out all of it. I'll bring in Gemstone Caverns, because we're gonna be going second. I bring in all of the graveyard hate, plus Emperor Bones, then bring in Through the Breach, assuming he's going to bring in some graveyard hate, and then just bring in like an Abrupt Decay. So if we run it like this, our Goryo's Vengeance could potentially be dead cards if he's got graveyard hate. So maybe I board out one of these. Bring in like another Abrupt Decay or Pyroclasm. I like the Abrupt Decay because it can take out Grist. Okay. Something like this, maybe. Kind of tempted to even take out a Talisman or a Faithless Looting for another decay. Maybe I do one of each. Bring in both the Abrupt Decay. Yeah, we'll try it. Let me know how you would sideboard here. In fact, I think I do like the talisman quite a bit. I think I might even go like this. Just accelerate our mana and play through the breach, because this deck we're playing against isn't going to counterspell us playing through the breach. So just play through the breach and win. Keep it simple. Okay, what do we think of this hand? I guess I'll keep it. And maybe we just force our opponent to respect our graveyard before they give us a reason to sideboard out some of our graveyard package. Okay. If we draw a land, we're in business. I think if I want to make Abrupt Decay more reliable, I'm going to have to switch up which talismans we run as well. I'm not even sure how good Abrupt Decay is in this matchup. The graveyard hate is certainly stellar. Maybe I want a little bit more graveyard hate in the board. I basically brought in 4 cards. 2 Ghost Vacuums, a Spellbomb, and the Emperor Bones. It's a pretty decent amount. But the Decay might be a card that I just want like 3 of in the board. So I'd probably run like the black-green talisman. Or I could run in like a split. Do we get a land? Oh, we're getting Boseju'd during our upkeep. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So upkeep mana is going to go away into the draw step. So I guess I'll just return Emrakul to my hand. Now I get to go get a green source, which is kind of nice. Oh, this is mean. I could get a Surveil land. and possibly surveil something to just get him with vengeance immediately. I don't think I can resist doing that. That's pretty good. Do we hit? We do not hit. And that is a card I would like to draw. Kind of. I also want mana resources, but with the young wolf on the board, yeah, I'm gonna have to forgo drawing this ghost vacuum. I think I need lands. Eesh, did not need that. Well, it's okay. We draw an Ugin's Labyrinth, and we basically win. And I don't think I really need Abrupt Decay in this matchup. Okay. Just need one more land. One more land. Yeah, I think if we lose this game, game 3, we're not even going to run Abrupt Decay, I don't think. It's just better to have the other cards in our deck. Like a Malevolent Rumble, Faithless Looting. Okay, he's at 15, which is lethal with a Through the Breach Emrakul. Soul's Cauldron, okay. We can Abrupt Decay Soul's Cauldron. Do we do that right now? Have all active evaded abilities. Wonder if Grists, I guess those are considered activated abilities. The Planeswalk abilities, right? Not sure. Not sure, but I'm gonna just respect it and decay it. Oh, this deck does run 4 Soul's Cauldron main, which does mess with my vengeance. Okay, well, we just need to draw land, and the game is ours. Faithless Looting would also get us there. Can't be an Enter the Battlefield tapped land, however. Which we still do have 2 of in the deck. Okay. Not a land. Sad, sad, sad. Okay. So he's basically just one card away from comboing. He just needs a sack outlet. So end step, I'm gonna just use this card. Might not get another turn, might as well use it. He's probably got Court of Calling. He does. Do we get comboed in response? I'm not sure. Not sure. Oh, Soulless Jailer. Okay. Okay, just need to draw land. Come on, deck. Oh, man. Alright. Could wait to use this, but I'm just going to use it right now. We are going to get orked here for drawing a card. There's our land. I'm impatient. Actually, probably a way to do that to maybe disrupt a combo with the young wolf. See if we get punished for doing so. So now, well, I don't know. I guess he doesn't quite have the combo. Oh, Thoughtseize is pretty good, but he doesn't disrupt us. We have double Emrakul, double through the breach. Should get the job done. Takes a copy of Through the Breach. Does he have an answer for the other one? I'm gonna interpret by the long pause that we've won the game. Maybe he's got a Court of Calling. I don't think a single Court of Calling is gonna do it though. Maybe. I'm not sure what complete toolbox he's got access to. You could have a card like Sheoldred's Edict. That'd be crazy. Well, do you have something? Here comes the Chord of Calling. What could this get, though? I'm curious to see. If he's got a creature for 3 or less that can stop this, that would be really, really cool. I can't think of one. I guess maybe Containment Priest, but that's white creature. I don't know if he would run a white creature. That would do it though. Containment Priest would be a winning play here. Endurance, okay. Well, that can block a flyer. So Annihilator 6. It's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents on the battlefield, so we'll be able to keep 2 of them. I'd have to chop block. I guess Young Wolf Cats is one of those that gets the sacrifice, so that's kind of a free one. Seems like this Chord of Calling deck should definitely run a Containment Priest on the board. Maybe it already does. We still got a chump block. It's gonna have a Young Wolf and a land. So we need to make the mana for this deck a little bit more reliable, but I think we're getting close to getting this deck to be in the sweet spot. See how quick of a recovery he can mount. It's kind of nice. Another Young Wolf, okay. We draw through the Breach, we draw Faithless Looting. A Malevolent Rumble would probably be good. Another Emrakul. Okay. So we need one more land to pop one of these ghost vacuums, but we are 2 swings away from dying. So that's not good. So we need to draw like a land, or a Faithless Looting, or a Through the Breach. We might die. It'd be kind of a feel bad. Okay, well, let's get rid of Soulless Jailer, and let's get rid of Court of Calling, and let's at least draw land. An Abrupt Decay, that does buy us another turn. Kind of awkward though. Keeping Dryad Arbor back, that's kind of strange. He's not even going for lethal. That's really weird. So I guess he drew a the flash creature, I'm guessing. He drew another endurance. Oh, an Outland Liberator. Very cool. I don't think it even matters exiling some of these other cards, but might as well. Okay, again, need to draw at least a land, or we're gonna die. He might want to Outland Liberator during our upkeep, because if we do draw a land, sacking this Ghost Vacuum specifically gets us 3 creatures. Well, 4 creatures actually. He's gonna blow up my Talisman instead. Okay. He doesn't have lethal on board. I'm cool with that. And we drew an abrupt decay, which I'm going to use right now, I think. Put the Undying on the stack, and we will exile it. I guess that was probably a good move, because now that puts us 2 mana sources away from blowing up a Ghost Vacuum. And we go to 2 from this Dryad Arbor. I guess if we draw an Ugin's Labyrinth, though, we can unlock Ghost Vacuum. So Ugin's Labyrinth is our best draw, I think. Or Faithless Looting. Okay, now we need to randomly mill a creature or die. Any one of our creatures is a hit here, but it has to be a creature or we're going to game 3. Apologies for the lag. What is the top card of our library? Not a creature. Okay. Going to game 3. We're taking lethal. Okay, for game 3, we're going to mix it up a little bit here. I don't really like Abrupt Decay so much. It's okay. I do kind of like Pyroclasm, though. We're going to be going first. Just going to board out a Gemstone Cavern. It's basically just only a colorless land if we're going first. Two Pyroclasm, 2 Abrupt Decay. Maybe I just bring Faithless Looting back in, or Rumble. They're both great. Okay, game 3. Opening hand is a Keeper. Gonna lead on the green source, I think. And I guess I don't mind drawing a land. It's not ideal, but we need it. Okay, I think Got a bunch of options here. Kind of like just getting Ulamog in the graveyard, I think. So let's start it off with a looting. Okay, that's a little awkward. I'm going to discard looting, or sorry, Ulamog and looting, I think. Ulamog on top, he can go to the graveyard. Discard spell here does hurt. If he's smart, he'll take Emrakul, because that will shuffle both Ulamogs back into the library. But we do have action cards in hand. So curious to see what he selects here. It's kind of a tough call, actually. I mean, if he doesn't have a card in hand to answer this, he takes the Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Liberator does answer the Rebirth Engine. We just draw Malevolent Rumble. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to fire off Malevolent Rumble as soon as we get back from Lagtown here. This lag is really intolerable. I might have to come back later to record the rest of this video. Okay. This is unfortunate because if I just take Talisman to hand, Emrakul's going to shuffle everything. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. So we can build up to enough mana to play like Engine and activate Engine. Plus we can just draw through the breach. So let's play Spell Bomb. Gives us a little insurance. So we'll get comboed. All that hard work of fueling our graveyard and it's all gone. All gone. Which is kind of an interesting advocate for maybe running 4 attracts and just 3 Emrakul. I don't know. Lots of different options you could do. Okay, now we just want to draw through the breach. I think Magic Online is having some issues. That's why they've canceled all of their scheduled events. So I think this lag is not on my end. A Pyroclasm looks really good here. We can rip one. It's kind of an interesting draw. He's going to have to sacrifice this immediately. I guess maybe not, because just this has got just the attack trigger now that he can destroy an artifact enchantment. Whoops. And we're not immediately exiling anything with this card. So he's going to get a free kill on this. It's a bad play by me. He is just going to go for it. That's funny. Well, in response, I don't really have nothing to lose. I'm going to activate it. 2 Atraxa exiled. Wow, very interesting. Okay, we're going to respond to the activation of the Soul's Cauldron. Oh wait, what happened to my... Oh, Spellbound is on the board, okay. Still there, still there. We're real close to getting comboed here. We draw through the breach, and we can through the breach. Okay, Ghost Vacuum does provide a little insurance policy to getting comboed. This is a Boseiju. What's the 1 green for? Oh, just to put a counter on wall of roots. I don't know what that's all about. Finds another young wolf. There's the vizier. Not helping, not helping. We're both almost out of time. Would love to draw Pyroclasm in here. What we really want to draw is 3 to Breach, though. Are we getting comboed now? That might have been a huge punt to tap the other Ghost Vacuum for no reason. Abrupt Decay, does that even help? Not really. I think if we win this game, it might be because of time. Ballista, okay. Gonna need a good draw here. Not a good draw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might be able to get him on time. We'll see. So far, we're going to be at 1. So it shouldn't take much for him to find 1 more point of damage. This is a flash creature. Yeah, we're dead. Well, that was a very disappointing match, especially when he's going to win with like 30 seconds left on the clock. The deck just kind of punted there. Good games. Through the breach, right? That would have been the winning card. Okay, we'll be back later to finish out this league. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back to match number 3 out of 5. And thanks to Gemstone Caverns, this is like the perfect hand, so we will keep. What are we exiling? Uggin's Labyrinth, I guess.
Watch the most live NFL games all season long on a variety of networks and NFL Sunday Ticket with YouTube TV. Get it now. Terms and embargoes apply. Cancel anytime.
Okay, let's do our thing, huh? Okay, what do we want to hand? Oh, that's unfortunate. Goryo's Vengeance is just begging to be able to have a target. But we'll put Evertical to hand. The unbearable lag. I think I'm gonna have to probably not film the rest of this league until this lag clears up. So we'll film this match and then I'll be back maybe on another day to finish out the rest of this league, because this lag is atrocious. I mean, luckily our deck is fast enough that it's not really an issue, but... Okay, discard Thoughtseize, discard Uggin's Labyrinth. No, discard Vengeance. Then next turn we can flashback Faithless Looting and Vengeance to win the game. Oh, I didn't want to F6. He gets energy now. Could have prevented him from getting energy. Maybe we won't actually win the game next turn, but Annihilator 6. He's probably going to lose his board. And take 15. He's going to have one permanent left over. Okay. I could go for the Malevolent Rumble, Goryo's Vengeance, because if we hit Ugin, then that really is game. Because it would be 22 damage, plus Annihilator 15. So the top 4 cards, there's 4 in the deck. I don't know what that math breaks down to, but probably just go for the safe play. Flashback, looting, Vengeance, Emrakul. He's going to keep 1 permanent on the battlefield, so instead of going for the win, just going to go for the sure bet here.
Find your favorite TV shows on YouTube. Get Max, Stars, MGM Plus, and more on YouTube.
What permanent would you keep? I'll probably keep Sacred Foundry. That's what I would keep. Or maybe the Goblin Shaman token is better. Just gonna concede. Okay. Alright. Game 2. Board out some of the discard. Actually board out all of the discard. And bring in the stuff. And we're going second, so let's bring in Cavern of Souls, or sorry, not Cavern of Souls, Gemstone Caverns. And gotta board out 1 more card. So we wanted to run 61, but we don't, so maybe what can we live without? An Abrupt Decay, I guess. Okay. On to game 2. Okay, welcome back to game 2. Our opening hand is workable. So we'll keep it. Okay, this is looking pretty good here. Curious what this Boros deck brings in for some anti-graveyard hate. Because they run Flage, they probably don't want to bring in Rest in Peace. Grab a Surveil Land. Faithless Looting is actually perfect. And I'll take a turn off just to Abrupt Decay Ocelot Pride. We could have like Fairy Macabre or something on the board. That'd be kind of weird though. Oh, they could have Containment Priest. That would make a lot of sense. And maybe they're actually Mardu.
Your favorite movies are on YouTube. Enjoy the latest releases.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
There's nothing that can't be explained.
This is a role you were born to play.
Get AMC Plus, Paramount Plus, Max, and more. Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna fire off this Abrupt Decay. As long as it doesn't have 2 mana up, that means he can't play a Containment Priest. Blood Moon, okay, that's pretty good. It's not gonna stop us though. If you can destroy the talisman, prevent us from playing Vengeance. No mana up for Containment Priest, so that's good. Oh, there's Thraben Charm too, but it doesn't have 2 mana up, so I'm curious what could have it for 1 mana to interact with the graveyard. There are cards. Just concedes. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, despite the lag, I think I am just going to play this league out, so we'll see you in round number 4. Okay, welcome back to round number 4. We won the die roll. Let's see what kind of hand we can procure here. Alright. We could mulligan for a better hand, but this will work. We'll keep. Leyline X is terrifying. Should be a true test for our speed and strength of our deck here. Assuming this is a Colossus Hammer style deck. Uh-oh. Next turn, you can just go pure steel paladin. We die. So let's hope it doesn't have that.
Murphy's Law. What can happen will happen. And something people don't really consider is about 11% of accidents involved.
I think I'm gonna need the Emrakul for the Annihilator, so I'm gonna take that to hand.
So there's just a plethora of things that are out there on the grid. And I think once people start thinking about their fleet in terms of what damage happens that maybe doesn't get reported, plus those things that are not animal strikes, then they really start to see the value in Grover.
And we either die immediately on his turn. That's so fast. He literally just needs pure steel paladin in hand. If he doesn't have it, we get to through the breach Emrakul, wipe his board clean, which should give us the game. What do you think? Feel like he has it? To me it does. I think he's probably got the pure steel paladin. You can also just kill our Eldrazi spawn and then we can't through the breach Emrakul next turn either. Just gonna need a land and a pure steel paladin. We die. The lag monster has got our opponent. We're not the only ones. There's the land. Do you have the pure steel paladin? He does. We die. 22 damage on turn 2. In the air. Alrighty then. Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring in all 4 abrupt decay. And an inquisition. Board out one of these. And hope that our deck is fast enough. Submit. Okay, game 2, we lost on turn 2. Game 1. This is a very awkward hand because we don't have any green mana to play one of the 3 abrupt decays from our hand. If we did have green mana source, I'd probably keep this. We do have a surveil, but if we don't find a green source, it's bad. Yeah, we're gonna keep. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We probably mulligan for a better hand, but if we find a green source, I feel like we can probably. This hand is probably good enough. There we go. Okay, now we'll see if it is good enough. You played the cards in our hand. So next turn we'll probably play out the Talisman and Inquisition. Or now maybe not, because we really just want Abrupt Decay. What a blindingly fast deck. There might not be a faster, more consistent deck in Modern than this Colossus Hammer deck. Hammer Time, they call it. Okay, there's a Pure Steel Paladin. Still doesn't have Metalcraft. So, as soon as he passes back, we're lagging right now, but as soon as he passes back, we will Abrupt Decay Pure Steel Paladin. We'll find out if this hand is good enough for this matchup. It feels like it should be. Okay, since this Inquisition's got very much diminishing returns, I'm going to give him a chance to play around our Abrupt Decay. Okay, alright, we get Pure Steel Paladin number 2. Leaving him with Hallowed Fountain, Leyline Axe. equip. Well, I don't want to pay 2 instead of 1, so I guess just abrupt decay here, pay the 1. And surveil. That's great. Card should win us the game. Yggdrasil. The legendary Norse myth of the tree at the center of the universe. Sometimes you gotta just trust your deck a little bit. I almost mulligan this hand, but it's gonna turn out to work just fine. No creature, sadly. This should miss. He's got Leyline Axe. I guess he's got 1 unknown. Doesn't really do much good to fire it off though, because if it's an equipment, you can flash onto the battlefield. Can't imagine what it would keep in hand that this would be able to hit, but we'll find out. Oh, we hit something. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If that creature is attacking, you may attach any number of equipment you control to it. I don't even know this card. It's from Assassin's Creed. That's a really good card. Alright, as soon as we're done lagging, we will pick that card from his hand. And hopefully this Yggdrasil can find us a game-winning creature on the next exile. Got 11 creatures in the deck total. Didn't even equip. That's kind of weird. So did you, does that mean you drew a Colossus Hammer? I guess. Okay, we'll definitely take out the hammer, pay the 1. Top 3, failed to find a creature. Sad. Okay. There we go, there's Emrakul. That'll get the job done. I think I want to incorporate a way to be able to hard cast tracks on this deck, but I don't know how yet. Something I gotta figure out. And man, for as powerful as this card is, I might not want to board that out. for game 3. Like, maybe our best chance of winning is to not run any Inquisition. Okay, that's what we're going to attempt. I'm going to board out 2 Inquisition and just load up the deck with ways to win here. In fact, I guess if that's the strategy, I should also bring in Emperor Bones. We're going second, so screw it. No Inquisition at all. Up at a land. Okay. Good luck us. We'll see you in game 3. Okay, welcome to game 3. This is an interesting hand. So we can imprint for Ulamog, play Talisman turn 1, and looting. We're on the draw. I mean, I think we got to keep it, but this opponent's deck is just so lightning fast. This might be a losing hand. We're going to keep it though. An Esper Sentinel here would be really annoying. We get him a couple cards. That is super annoying. Might have to play around that. Oh, but it's first okay, non-creature spell. Yeah, that's annoying. I definitely don't want him drawing cards, so I'm probably going to play around this. So mean though, he could just go like turn 2, Sigarda's Aid, Colossus Hammer. Do we take 11? Okay. Well, through the Breach Ulamog is going to be a game-winning move if we can set that up. Of course, we're going to need something else to be exiled to give him an Annihilator boost. So we're just probably going to get a hammer here. I would be surprised if we got anything else. Colossus Hammer, okay. Okay, let's grab Surveil land. Goryo's Vengeance. That's really good. Just looking for one more big creature here. Okay, we're gonna pay the 1 to get around Esper Sentinel. And if he draws cards on our turn, it's less important, so I'm going to save the Faithless Looting to our turn, I think. Well, maybe not, because if we just find another creature, we can through the breach next turn. Alright, we'll see if we just die. We're going to do this. Okay, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Through the breach, Emrakul. Alright. So discard Talisman. Discard Gemstone Caverns. I guess we can shock ourselves. Let's see if he... Because we could die if he finds a way to equip 2 Colossus Hammer, but doubt he'll be able to do that. It could also run Containment Priest. It could also run Solitude. There's a lot of cards that could stop us. But we essentially do have the victory in hand. Okay. We always got a Colossus Hammer, so this is going to be 12 damage to us. But then he's going to lose his board. Man, it's too bad that we can't be swinging with Ulamog instead. We can swap these 2 places, because that'll be game over. But we'll count ourselves lucky that we're not dead yet. Hope he doesn't have a Solitude here. Gets to draw a card. Can't play 11 generic. Gonna have to start over from scratch mana-wise. This deck can do it too if they run like Mox Opal. He's not even gonna try. Okay, awesome. On to the final round. Okay, welcome back to the 5th and final round for this league. We're 3-1. We lost to the Young Wolf deck. Oh. Hedron Crab is going to be sad. We have 4 Emerald on main board. However, Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Surgical Extraction, wow, both get around our Emrakul. Okay, I think I'm going to take Surgical Extraction because that's a way to get rid of all of our Emrakuls. He's still a blue mana away from being able to play Tasha's Hideous Laughter, but this is a cool deck. I love how many different decks there are in Modern right now. It's just so refreshing. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Gotta love it. How will we board against a mill strategy? That's going to be interesting. There's the first Emrakul. Shuffles everything. It's kind of funny. It's like, oh, that's why you took Surgical Extraction. Yep, that's why. It's also kind of a nightmare matchup for a mill deck. Another Thoughtseize. Okay, well I can get rid of his Hideous Laughter, I suppose. Don't know how much we care about that card, but we'll take it anyway. Didn't hit any creatures. Okay. What are we doing this turn? We're doing this. Okay, Emrakul does spell his doom. It is at the ready. I don't think blue-black has any way to deal with an artifact main board. Maybe they could bounce it with the Seeked to Stupor or something. We get the shuffle again. That's funny. It's like the third Emrakul shuffle this game. Oh, duh. I walked Field of Ruin right into... Or, I mean, my Ugin's Lab went right into Field of Ruin. That's a feel bad. Wonder why this card is in there. Oh, duh, because of landfall. That's really good. Okay, that's like the 5th shuffle. 5th or 6th time Emrakul has shuffled everything. Probably would have been decked by now. The Yggdrasil is too good. Too good. Say goodnight, Nikos. Okay, sideboard time. How in the world do we want to board against this deck? Well, we're going second, so let's get this in there. He's probably playing some counter spells. We'll board in both lands, actually. And then, basically, I'm not going to need all this discard. So, let's board out all of it and then see what we want to board in. Board in Through the Breach. Board in Emperor of the Bones. 3 other cards. I could keep in 3 discard spells. Abrupt Decay. That probably won't hit anything interesting. Okay, we're just gonna... I mean, he's not gonna kill us with life total, right? So Thoughtseize is probably just better than Inquisition. Keep 3 Thoughtseize in, and we are off to game number 3, match number 5. Looking to close out this league. A 4-1 record. We have yet to post a 5-0, but we'll do it next league. We've got some room for improvement in this deck. There's another modern deck I want to play test as well. So maybe we'll fire up the other modern deck for the next league and then make some improvements to this one in the meantime. But I mean, this is a matchup we can potentially lose, but I think it's going to be pretty tough for us to lose. I mean, he's going to have to exile all the Emrakuls to start with. Or just have some kind of transformational sideboard. Actually, Leyline of the Void. Because Leyline of the Void, that kind of answers Emrakul in a way. For his milling strategy. Exile a card. Don't really want to. It'll still produce mana, just not colored mana. Which I'm okay with, I think. Oh wait, we have to. We have to exile a card. That's what it does. Okay. Okay, so what are we exiling from our hand? Talisman, I guess. Grab a stomping ground, I think. Shock. Oh, we didn't need shock, I guess. Archive trap, okay. You got it. Emrakul's gonna shuffle everything. Then this fires off. Take Ancient Tomb to hand. Looks like you have surgical extraction. You might want to surgical our Atraxes. Wouldn't be a bad move. Okay. Just gonna surveil first. So we can find a Goryo's Vengeance would be nice. Faithless Looting in the graveyard. The lag monster got us again. Okay. Let's fire off Malevolent Rumble, see if we can find a Yggdrasil. That'd be nice. Find another Emrakul. Tempted to just put that to the graveyard. Shuffle everything. It's kind of bad, but I think I'm just going to do it. So we will take Ugin's Labyrinth to hand. See if he's got a surgical here. That'd be really good if he does. He does. Oof, that's pretty devastating. Step 1 to us losing the game unlocked. I mean, if we find a Goryo's Vengeance, looks like 2 of them in our graveyard, but Goryo's Vengeance with the Ulamog is game over. I was going to shuffle everything. Okay. So we've got a fresh library, basically. Minus Emrakul. Okay. Alright, let's fire off Faithless Looting. Alrighty then. Could flashback Faithless Looting right here. Maybe that's our best move. Wow. Okay. If he has another surgical extraction, that would really stink. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, it's a weird game. I wanted to put Ulamog in the graveyard, but I don't want to really risk it getting surgical yet. So if we just find like a through the breach. Plus even just Goryo's Vengeance on Atrax is pretty sweet. Just kind of got to stop that. 2 of our 3 Yggdrasils in the graveyard, that sucks. What's next? Okay, Ulamog's in the graveyard. Okay, Glimpse of the Unthinkable. Down to 24 cards. Still have 1 copy of Yggdrasil in our library. Alright, let's just make him counter this Goryo's Vengeance, I think. Extirpate. Oh, that's really bad. So that would mean I don't have any Ulamogs or any Emrakul. I would only have Atraxa to close out the game with. Ugh, that's devastating. I think I might scoop to this. Go to game 3. Well, we're gonna let it happen. So there goes all my Ulamogs. Got 1 card left in hand, so Surgical Extraction and Extirpate. That's a lot to get by. My discard might be better than I thought it was coming in from the board. So our only way to win, if we get like our final Yggdrasil, and then we can play Atraxa, attack with Atraxa. We're gonna have to get in 3 attacks with Atraxa to win. Yeesh, it's rough. Did he just mail our 3rd Yggdrasil? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, all 3 of them are in the graveyard. Okay. So, we're pretty much dead here. Oh wait, I can hardcast Atraxa. Oddly enough. Wait, can I? Any color, so blue, white. We still need another colored source of mana to be able to do it. So I can only, like, through the breach. We're definitely dead. On to game 3. Okay, turns out we're not going to need that Boseiju. We're going to be going first this game, so we only need 1 Gemstone Caverns. And this discard's going to be more valuable than I thought. For Surgical Extraction and Extirpate. So, I guess Thoughtseize also hits Archive Trap. Otherwise, well, I guess I don't really need to worry about my life totally in this matchup. So, bring in you, bring in you. Maybe I just bring in all of the Inquisitions. Yeah, I like it, I think. What out some of these cards that fuel our graveyard. Okay. Good luck us. Game 3, final round. You know what? I like this more than I like this, I believe. Okay. Final game, final round. Opening hand is pretty good. We'll keep this. His Field of Ruins could mess us up a little bit. So I will imprint Emrakul, so that Ulamog will be tougher. And play Talisman and play Inquisition. It's a good turn 1. Two Surgicals. Fractured Sanity, Drown in the Lock. 2 lands. Huh. And he has an Archive Trap. Okay, we gotta watch out for that Archive Trap. So I guess I take Drown in the Lock. Now we literally just need a Through the Breach. I mean, we don't have enough mana to play it next turn, but he cannot stop. With what's currently in his hand, he can't stop Through the Breach. Okay, we now have sufficient mana to play Through the Breach, so we just need to draw it. I need to dance around Archive Trap. So we do not want to get double surgicaled. Looks like if we just draw Through the Breach, we win. Would be Annihilator 15 plus 22 damage. We could also just draw one of our Yggdrasils, that'd be nice. Inquisition, okay. Well, oh, he does have Field of Ruin, okay. So that's a little bit awkward. I drew an extirpate. Great. Alright. Archive Trap plus double surgical extraction. I might not even search my library when he activates Field of Ruin. That sucks. Because he could potentially surgical both Emrakul and Ulamog after the Archive Trap. So, I guess this is just bad. I guess I'm just going to take Extirpate. Yeah, we don't want to search our library unless we can Thought Seize away his Archive Trap. Milling 4 cards, okay. That kind of hurt. Got one of our Yggdrasils into the graveyard. He's definitely going to want to surgical those. But I guess hitting the creatures is the real payoff. He's going to exile those, okay. One surgical down, one more in hand. He's got perfect information about our hand. This is actually a really interesting matchup for the final round here. I don't know if I care if he surgicals me. I mean, I don't want him to, obviously, but if he takes out Emrakul or Ulamog, one or the other, we can still win. I guess I'd be giving up a land. It's probably not worth the trade. Probably just not going to search if he Fields of Ruin. Lucan's Labyrinth, I'll just put Emrakul back in the hand and it'll be a strip mine. Okay, he's going for it here. Nice try, buddy. Each player may search, right? Oh, searches. We don't have a choice. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get forest. I didn't realize I didn't have a choice. So now we get archive trapped. It does hit Ulamog, so he can surgical all our Ulamogs away. Okay, we literally just need a land. So let's flashback. We got our land. Now he's going to need a counter spell. Although he does have enough mana to fire off the what's it called? Fractured Sanity. Doesn't kill us though. He's going to need a counter spell for our Through the Breach. I guess it doesn't actually win us the game though. Unless he doesn't surgical extraction our Ulamogs in response. Threshold is online for the Colosseum. Okay, so he needs a counterspell, or he's gonna have to. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so if I go to play Through the Breach, he needs to play Surgical Extraction in response. What do we have in exile? No big creatures. Oh, so I put Ulamog under the Labyrinth then. Because that will actually save it from being surgicaled. Does he have the counterspell? He can use Cephalid Colosseum in response to find one. He needs Drown in the Lock here. He's going for it. Did he find one? I don't know what else he has access to, but from everything he's shown us, it's Drown the Lock or bust here. I mean, he'll be a 1, so he's not actually dead. He could still potentially deck us. Could have an Edict type effect. That would be really good here. Okay, he's going to be at 1 with no permanents on the battlefield. We got to reshuffle everything into our deck. He can't actually use surgical. Okay, he can use surgical with mana. Okay. It's being at 1. That's going to turn off surgicals. I'll feature surgicals. For Phyrexian mana, anyway. Takes out Atraxas. Interesting. Getting the reshuffle here for 12 cards is kind of nice. Just want to be at like 34 plus Emrakul, so 35 cards in our library. Against a a board of 0 permanents for the opponent. He could play surgical and go kamikaze. The self-immolation surgical for spite. Because now it becomes a game of just who can... I mean, I have to close it out. He's at 1. Our library's fat again. Alright, I'm going to risk the archive trap here, whatever. Just going to surveil right now. In fact, an archive trap might even help us. Guess we don't mind drawing that. If we just take the land, Emrakul will shuffle. Will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can almost hard cast this guy. If I take it, yeah, that's probably better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 10. Okay. We're gonna hard cast an Ugin to close out this game. Or sorry, Ulamog. Alright, maybe not. We need to top deck a land now. Archive Trap's like a dead card. You can't follow it up with a surgical. Can we draw land? We can. I don't want to put that Ulamog in the graveyard just in case he goes like Black Source Surgical Extraction or Ulamog. We've got the 10 mana on the battlefield to just cast him next turn. Which should be a game over, you'd think. Oh, and he gets how many Annihilator counters? Oh, from Atraxa, that's right. With Ward, sacrifice 2 permanents. Yeah, that's good night. What a way to close out the league. Flawless victory. Excellent. We got obtained 5 treasure chests. Very cool. Let's see what's in our chests. Switch views here. Okay. Yeah. 120 play points plus 5 chesties. Let's see what's in these chesties. Should we open them one at a time or all at once? Let's open them one at a time. First one, 20 play points in a Verdant Catacombs. That's awesome. No idea what this is. Okay, that's kind of a nothing pack, but gonna have some of those. Okay. Come on, chesties. Give me a full set of something. Overlord's worth something. That's decent. Okay, final chest. What do you got for us? 20 play points. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me for this league. We're going to see if we can go 5-0 in the next one. 4-1 isn't too bad. Yeah. This is King Feeble signing out. From my kingdom to yours. Have a nice day.
Feel pretty good. And I'm not scared at all. I just feel kind of invincible.
Me too. I got a very positive attitude about this.
Good, me too.
Yeah.
Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me?
You die.